Hello, magnificent human beings. My name is Landon with Yoga New Mexico, where we focus on empowerment, alignment, and strength. You are in the right place, capable and strong. What are we going to do today? Well, it is Supta Baddha Konasana, a full class Friday, and it's all about reclined bound angle. No, we're not going to do reclined bound angle for 55 minutes, even though that sounds absolutely awesome. We're going to do a full flow that incorporates that posture and other poses kind of similar to it. So roll out to your mat and I will roll the intro screen. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Let's begin in a seated position. Finding yourself here on your mat, roll your shoulders back, move your neck around, legs crossed. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. Steady, focused, calm, gentle breaths. Allowing an intention to surface, something calming, something motivating, something uplifting, something transformative, whatever you desire, finding that special yet simple thing. Sealing your intention, 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Once more. Inhale through the nose. Inhale, inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Very good. Opening up your eyes, coming into bound angle. So go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together. Fingertips on the top of your feet. And then kind of like you're reading that book, sort of looking down at your feet here. And then roll your shoulders back. Eye gaze just above the horizon. Close your eyes. Couple breaths. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, soft hips. And release. Bring your knees up together. Swinging your legs on out, coming into that staff pose. Bob your knees, shake out your feet. And putting a bend in your knees, go ahead and inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold on down. Grabbing for those shins, ankles, feet, whatever you wish. Our seated forward bend, relax. Paschimottanasana. And release. Come on back. Go ahead and bring that left heel on in. Base of your Janu Shirshasana, seated forehead to knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold on down, grabbing wherever you like. Try not to let your background too much. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward. And come on back. Doing that revolved, so shoulders square, turning them to the left. Right hand comes down that right leg. Left hand up overhead. And your hand can come behind your head here. Let it hang out up top. Or if you can keep your shoulders square, bringing it all the way to that foot. Whichever one you like. Getting that lengthening all along that left side body. Breathe. And coming on back. Very good. Go ahead and switch out your legs. All right. Right heel comes on in towards that inner thigh. Left leg extends out. Inhale, scooping up the earth. Exhale, fold on down, grabbing wherever you like. Remember finding that balance between how much you let your back round and how much you don't. So inhales, lengthen your spine. Exhales, help you come on down. And come on back. Go ahead and turn your shoulders to the right. Left hand down that left leg. Right hand up overhead. And feel that lengthening all along that side body. Inhales, grow. Exhales, help you hinge. And come on back. Staff pose. Bring that leg on out. Shake it out. Bob it out. Swing your legs on around. Coming into your tabletop. Shake it out. Wag it out a little bit. Holding here in your tabletop. And just maybe a couple cat-cows. Maybe wagging your spine out just a little bit. Just adding some movement into that spine. Kind of whatever you feel for just a few breaths. Very good. Okay. Strong right hand on the mat. Extend your left hand on out, coming into that tiger pose. And then bringing that right foot back. Hold here for a couple breaths. Setting it on down. Wag it out, shake it out. Okay, next side. Right hand comes out. Left leg extends on back. Breathe. Remember, try not to let this leg dip down too much. Trying to keep it straight as you can. Breathe, focus. Reach. Set it on down. Tuck your toes. And where your palms are on the mat, lower your elbows down to this point and pushing yourself back into that puppy pose. Relax. Breathe. trying to relax your forehead on the mat, getting a nice stretch in your shoulders here. Breathe, soften, dissolve. Eye gaze forward, spreading those fingertips, and downward facing dog. Pedal it out, walk it out, getting a little twisty, alternating your heels from one side to another. Flat back, tailbone rises, soft knees. Identify that left leg. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, bring it through. Base of your lunge, and bring those hands on up overhead. Full crescent lunge. Breathe. Hands come to heart center. Then right elbow comes to that left knee. Slow, slow, slow. Twist, twist, twist. And slowly untwist. Come back. Excellent. Right hand down, and then left hand up. Gently twisting once more. Stay with your focus, stay with your breath. You got it. And then use that core strength. Come back up into your crescent lunge. Hands down, brief standing splits. Set that leg down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, relax. And then take that left leg, bring it back for a brief lunge. Lower down to that back knee, untuck your toes, and then right hand inside of that foot. Heel toe this right foot towards that top right corner, and let that knee fall out. Brief lizard pose. Getting into those hips. That's a big theme of the class today, since our Supta Baddha Konasana, Reclined Bound Angle, definitely helps to kind of have that happening. So knee falls out, open up your hips, close your eyes, breathe. Palms down. Excellent. Tuck your back toes. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. All right. Right leg comes on through base of your lunge, and then hands up overhead. Crescent lunge. Breathe. Steady focus. Hands to heart center. Left elbow towards your right knee. Slowly twisting. And slow, slow, come back to neutral. Left hand down. Right hand up overhead, twisting once more. Inhales, lengthen, reach that hand. Exhales, allow you to twist. Breathe. Stay focused, stay present. And then slowly use that core strength, coming back up into that crescent lunge. Hands down on the mat. Brief standing splits, raise that leg, set it on down, forward fold. Very good, just hang, just relax. Inhaling into half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Relax. Fingertips on the mat. Identify that right foot this time. Bring it back, base of your lunge. Lower down to your back knee, untuck your toes, and left hand comes on the inside of that foot. Brief lizard. So bring that left foot towards that top left corner of your mat, allowing your knee to fall on out. And breathe, relax. Envisioning that air that you bring in coming all the way down into your hips. Deep breaths, exhales, allow it to soften. Now, naturally, we don't have lungs in our hips, but I think this visual cue really helps our bodies to kind of cue into what we're doing. Inhaling into an area, bringing that love, light, energy, and space. Exhaling, letting things dissolve. Anything we no longer need, just dissolving away. Physically, metaphysically, spiritually, literally, figuratively. Any of those alleys that you wish. Okay. Left foot, heel toe it back in towards the center and tuck your back toes, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Move around. All right. Shift forward into a plank. Lower onto your knees, heels to your glutes, shoulders roll back. Modified chaturanga, so lower halfway out. Push back up, lower all the way down. Raise on up, upward facing dog. And then toes together, knees apart, wide-kneed child's pose. Relax. Walking yourself back up, bringing your knees together. Always pausing to get a sip of water if you wish. This is your practice, so taking things at your own pace. Like, you can even pause it if you need to go take care of something and then come back because, that's all an option. Or if you're here right along with me, enjoying your water, or just enjoying your thunderbolt pose, that's cool too. From your thunderbolt, walking your hands all the way out into downward facing dog once more. Okay, so left leg extends back into that three-legged down dog. Bend your knee and then stack your hips. Adding a little twist here in our revolved kind of three-legged down dog. And this left foot that you have raised, bring it all the way up, base of your lunge. Hands come up overhead, crescent lunge. Leaving your hands up, that back foot, stepping it up into your awkward chair. Feet come to meet. Holding strong in your awkward chair. Can you see those toes just beyond your knees? Breathe. And swan dive on down. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chin is the last to rise, coming all the way to standing. And then hands up overhead. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold all the way down, forward fold. Hands on the mat, both feet back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, walk it out. Okay, right leg, same thing. Extend it back, three-legged down dog. And then bending that knee, stacking your hips. Trying to keep your shoulders as flat as you can, not really dipping into one side, but pushing equally through those hands. Right foot, bring it all the way up and through. Base of your lunge. Hands up overhead. Crescent lunge. Very good. And hands come down to the mat if you need, because, sometimes you take too wide of a lunge and you realize that you're not going to be able to actually come from this deep of a lunge up into your chair. So if you need to do this kind of hop thing at any time, that's totally fine. Left foot steps up. Chair pose. Breathe. And come on down, forward fold. We inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chin is last to rise, coming all the way up. Hands up overhead. Sigh. Hands by your side. Shake it out, move around, getting loose. Okay, so we are going to do a quick back bend and then side bends, forward fold, so kind of getting into the side body here, and back bends and our forward bends as well. Both hands up overhead, interlace your fingers, pointer fingers come out, biceps by your ears, roll your shoulders back for our crescent moon. Hips, and only your hips, come to the right, then lengthen that torso upward, and then tilting to the left. Staying here, staying focused. Coming back. Next side, hips come to the left. Inhale, grow up through your torso, and then hinging to the right. Hold, breathe, you've got it. And coming on back. Release. Shake it out. Getting set up for your back bend, so fingertips on your low back. Just don't point your fingertips down, because then that encourages us to roll our shoulders forward. So rather having them at least to the sides or pointed up at your low back, or you can make fists, bring them in at your low back as well, whichever one you wish. So eye gaze comes up, and just hold here. Take a couple breaths, getting comfortable in this kind of vulnerable position. And then inhale, lengthen. Exhale, coming on back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, coming back. And taking your back bend back as far as you wish. Coming back up. Release. Shake it out. Kick out your feet. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, forward fold. Relax in your forward fold. Separating your feet for Padahastasana, hands to feet pose. So you can take your peace sign fingers and grab around your big toes if you wish. And then relaxing on down. Remember, bending your knees as much as you need to, and you might need to shift your weight forward. So if your weight is in your heels, try bringing it more into kind of the balls of your feet here forward just a little bit. But remember, relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Just hang, just breathe. If you wish, you can always bring those palms underneath your feet and just relax. A few more breaths. You got it. Just staying here, breathing, being present. Separate from those feet. Heel toe your feet together, roll your wrists out. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And chin is last to rise, coming all the way up. Hands up overhead, and let it go. Hands by your sides. Very good. All right, so in our Supta Baddha Konasana, it's definitely a hip opener. So a tree is also a hip opener because it's a hip opener from the front. I think most people just kind of pause with their, foot here and their knee wherever, and they don't really bring attention to how we need to open up in the front part of our hips. So take your hands, placing them on your hips. Left ankle just kickstands on the inside of your right ankle. You're just holding right here. Your right hand on your right hip. Left hand, inner left thigh, and then pull that left thigh back. So you really feel this opening in your hips. And you can kind of play with the weight here of how things are, because if you push this too far back, your hips are going to become kind of unsquare, right? So then you can use your right hand to push things back and kind of find that happy medium. Left foot comes on up, setting it in, still keeping that good integrity of the posture. So not really kind of favoring, by bringing it too far back or too far forward, keeping things nice and steady. And then coming into your version of tree, wherever that may be for you, bringing it all the way up on the inside of that thigh, or maybe your heel in between that pubic bone and your hip crease, allowing your knee to drop on out wherever you wish. Then growing your branches as you like. Focus, steady, breathe. How's your intention you set so long ago at the beginning of class? Setting it on down. Pedal it out. Okay, next side. So hands on your hips once more. Right heel kickstands on the inside of that ankle. Left hand, left hip, right hand, inner right thigh. Slowly, slowly, slowly pulling it on back. Okay, and then bring that foot up onto that calf. Holding here. Remember, finding that balance wherever you can, getting that opening in your hips. And if you wish to bring that foot on up to that inner thigh, placing it in, go ahead. Or bringing that heel up in at that hip crease, letting that knee fall on down. Growing your branches if you choose. Steady focus. And release, softening everything. Kick it out, shake it out. All right, getting closer down towards the mat. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold. Coming all the way down. Fingertips on the mat. Step back for downward facing dog. And go ahead and take your left knee, bring it all the way up. Base of your pigeon. Untuck those back toes. Okay, holding in your pigeon. Getting all set up nice and cozy, like left knee directly in front of that hip. Making sure your back foot is straight. And as you wish, coming on down. Now we won't be in our pigeon for too long, so take a few breaths, relax. Still want to do a few more hip openers before we get into that Supta Baddha Konasana. Relaxing in your pigeon. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be. 3 to 4 more breaths. Really enjoy them. Wherever you are in your pigeon, slowly coming back up. And then falling onto that left glute. And bring your left shin so it's parallel with the front. And then coming into your fire log pose. Bring this right ankle all the way around and then stacking your ankle on top of that knee. So this is pretty intense for folks. If you are nowhere close to doing this, then still keep your shins parallel with the front and then just crossing your knees and then allowing them to kind of open up this way. So however you please. Don't favor one hip or another, trying to sit equally on those sits bones and letting that hip kind of open, come on up. Breathe. I know fire log can be intense, so hands can kind of come back, help you to keep that flat back. And go ahead and bring that right leg all the way back into the base of your pigeon pose, coming into a more neutral position here in your pigeon, and tuck your back toes downward, facing dog. Pedal it out, walk it out. All right, right knee comes on up, untuck your back toes. Getting squared up in your pigeon as you like. And then slowly, slowly coming on down. Again, not here for too long, so really enjoying your pigeon. Close your eyes, 3 breaths, and 3 breaths. Let's do 7. 7 really slow, gentle, calming breaths. Every exhale, dissolving even farther into the pose than the previous one. Couple more breaths, dissolve, relax, enjoying where you are. Eventually coming back up, slouching onto your right glute just a little bit, and bring this right shin so it's parallel with the front of the mat, and this back ankle, bring it all the way around, stacking your ankle on top of your knee, your fire log pose. I think in the yin tradition this is called square or shoelace. There's so many different names for postures that, it's hard for me to pick a name because I guess I don't care about the name of a posture. I just care about the feeling, right? Like, how is it feeling in my body? So that's really the biggest thing is, how does it feel to you? So if this is way too intense, then maybe elevating your knees some and bringing your hands behind you, wherever you like, relax and soften. Keeping your ankles flexed though, we definitely want to protect our knee joints. Sitting equally on your sits bones, every exhale coming down farther and farther. And go ahead and swing that left leg all the way back around the base of your pigeon. Squaring up with the front and downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Walk it out. Taking maybe a wide leg down dog to loosen things up. Okay. Then, as you please, shifting forward into the last plank of class, lowering all the way down to the mat. Relax. Left or right ear on the mat, whichever one you wish, and just dissolve. Breathe. Slow, slow, slow. Go ahead and roll onto your back for our first shavasana. Plenty of class left, so no need to conk out too soon, but we're going to get into that reclined bound angle. Feet fall out, arms fall out. Just relax. Okay, bending your knees on up, heels towards your glutes. And the moment is finally here, allowing those knees to fall on out your reclined bound angle. Soles of your feet come together. And if you watched Wednesday's class, you know that there's a few options for where you can put your hands. So leaving them here or leaving them up overhead. There's so many names for this posture. I've heard reclined cobbler's pose. I've heard gentle pose. I've heard sleeping butterfly. And I've heard reclined bound angle. and there's probably more. So just know that it's all about the feeling, right? And in this posture, it's really about just surrendering. I mean, that can be so hard because we're always go, go, go through our day and do. But, it's more about just dissolving, relaxing, just be. Hands help to guide those knees together. Excellent work. Okay. Left ankle stacks on top of your right knee. And threading the needle, grabbing either at the top of that shin or underneath your knee there. And just relax here in our modified pigeon. Couple breaths. Setting that foot down and bringing both feet down. Wag it out, shake it out just a little bit. Right ankle on top of your left knee. And go ahead and thread on through, grabbing at the top of that knee or underneath your knee, whichever one you like, your modified pigeon. Just relax. And setting it on down. Bringing both feet down. Wag it out. And then let your left leg come on down. So left foot extends on down. And then right knee falls on out. Your modified tree pose. So this is kind of like a modified tree pose, kind of like a half reclining bound angle. It's so funny because you start to add things onto postures or change them a little bit, and then they're almost like, a marriage between two different postures, and then it's just funny how things kind of all are connected and linked together, because what's the difference between where we are now versus shavasana versus tree pose versus our reclined bound angle? It's just, what I'm saying has no point, actually. Maybe to help take your mind off of where you are so that you're just relaxing a little deeper into the posture. And bring your knee back up. Both knees back up. Heels near your glutes. And then allow that left knee to fall on out and extend your right leg on down. Your modified tree here on the opposite side. Hands can be wherever you like. close your eyes. Take about 5 breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Relax, surrender. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And again. 2 more times. From here, bringing that knee back up, both knees back up, and swaying it out. Happy baby. Go ahead and grabbing for the outside edges of those feet, and just rocking back and forth. Gentle happy baby. So in the educational piece I did a few weeks ago about happy baby, I talked about how there's kind of 2 different ways to do this posture. One is this kind of fun, goo goo gaga, rolling back and forth one. And the other is to remain still, bind those feet, nice strong grip, but then relax everything else. Relax your hips, breathe, soften, relax. Keep a firm grasp with that left hand. Let your right foot come on down. You can maybe cactus arm this arm out here. Bring that right heel out a little bit. Opening up that one hip. And coming back. Full happy baby. Left leg this time comes on down, keeping a firm grasp with your right hand. Cactus arm, this one over here if you wish. Just breathe. And coming on back. Bringing your feet together and setting it on down for one more reclined bound angle. Making this one a nice, long, gentle pose here. Cobbler's pose, butterfly, whatever you like. Just breathe, do nothing, relax. In your own time, as you wish, using that arm strength to help bring your knees back together. And then shavasana, bringing those feet on out, laying on down, relaxing, plenty of time here in your shavasana. So getting comfy, getting cozy. Feet separate maybe a little bit more than you normally would. Maybe your hands come out a little bit farther than you normally would. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just breathe. How is your intention? How is your breath? Not allowing your mind to wander, simply enjoying being here on the mat, relaxing, dissolving, nowhere to go, nothing to do. As you please, go ahead and, if you wish, coming up into that seated position, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingertips. Or if you would rather, staying exactly where you are, in your shavasana, whichever you like is fine. Thanking all of you so much for being here. Supta Baddha Konasana. Thanks for joining me on this journey this week through this posture. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you are a magnificent human being. You are in the right place, capable and strong. My heart to yours. Namaste.